Welcome to my channel, A Life Well Done. Today I'm going to be showing you my 2019 Plum Paper Planner. I've always been a pen and paper girl and I've used a planner since high school. I've used several different brands over the years, but I'm sticking with Plum Paper for a second year. If you're interested in planning videos like this one, hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss a video. This year I chose a 7x9 weekly planner with a lined columns layout and a monochrome color scheme. I also added the home, meals, budget, and fitness section add-ons, as well as a few extra dispersed pages. Starting with the covers, Plum Paper chooses a dual layer cover. First a thick, clear protective cover, and then your personalized cover, which is made out of a durable but bendable material, almost like that of a placemat. I didn't have any fading or tearing with my planner cover this past year, even though I frequently carried it in my purse or threw it in my car. They have many personalization options, and I chose a floral pattern and then went ahead and added the year, a monogram, and a quote to the bottom. They have many options for this. You can also add photos, or you can choose to not add anything other than the floral pattern. Moving on to the inside of the planner, you always have the gray chevron on the back of the cover, and then it starts with the title page where you could write your name. The material of the paper is a buttery texture, but I haven't had any problems with ink smearing on the actual pages, but I frequently only use a ballpoint pen or maybe a friction gel pen. If you would like an ink test, leave your requested pens in the comments below and I would gladly do a video for you to see if it has any bleed through or smearing. As I said before, I chose the monochrome planner this year so that if I do any decorating, I don't have to try and match a monthly color scheme. Their monotone choice of color is a grayish with a purple tint to it. And also when you choose the monochrome, rather than have the full name of the month listed on the tab, you get the abbreviated name. And then when you move on to any add-on pages, it has icons. The actual divider tabs are a thick, almost cardstock material. This specific pages do have a little bit of smearing, so I usually recommend either a regular ballpoint pen or a marker. The layout of this page is very similar to the Erin Condren pages, where you have 3 goal circles, birthdays, events, things to remember, and then 2 blank pages. You also have a blank lined notes page that just has the title of the month at the top. The monthly view is similar to most planners. You have a to-do list along the side, national holidays, and then a preview of the following month at the bottom. For the weekly spread, I chose the lined columns layout. This layout gives you one long column to write in for each day, as well as a small section at the bottom with 3 checklist dots. These checklists at the bottom could be used for daily priorities or for meal planning or anything of your like. The weekly spread also has a lined checklist along the side, as well as a small blank notes box and the monthly preview at the top. One thing that Plum Paper does differently than other companies is the way they do the weeks of the first and last of the month. They choose to have the days that do not correspond to the month that you're currently under grayed out, meaning that if we flip to the last week in January, you'll see that we have the 28th through the 31st of January in the monochrome color, and then the 1st through the 3rd of February is grayed out. Then if you flip to the first week in February, you will see the identical week, only now the 28th to 31st of January is grayed out, and the 1st through the 3rd of February is in the monthly color. This doesn't bother me, but many people feel it's a waste of paper because they usually only use 1 week rather than split it up. After your weekly spreads, when you come to the end, you do automatically get one more lined notes page. Now I mentioned that I had added on some dispersed pages, and that's what these pages here are. So I did go ahead and add one front and back lined page, as well as a My Bills front and back page. This bills page has a checklist, bill, due date, and amount column. I plan on using this as a monthly spending tracker. Each month has the same layout, so I won't flip through them all, but we'll go ahead and skip straight to the add-ons. The first section that I added is the home section. In the monochrome you have the little house icon, but if you had chosen to do the colorful it would say home. Home service providers, home maintenance, organized out for spring, summer, fall, and winter, and then further categorized for indoor and outdoor. A master cleaning guide for daily, weekly, monthly, and annual cleaning, and then divided down for room. A laundry guide with stain removal, fabric care, and procedures. This is a nice decoder for all those little icons that you'll see on many of your tags. A My Garden section with basic gardening terms, plant neighbors, and then sections for each season to write about your garden. Family favorites for restaurants and meals, as well as a monthly goals with 3 dot checklists for each month. Home projects for a checklist for when it's done, the project, and the start and the end date. A gift list, who the gift is for, what item, the store or website it was bought, and the amount. Shopping list, the item, store or website, price, and if it was a need or a want. And then you get a monthly bills for fixed expenses and other expenses. This has the due date, the amount, a description of what the bill is, and then January through December to check off as it's paid. This is just a normal passwords page. And then you get your yearly overview. The yearly overview has January through December, income, expenses, giving, savings, and debt. And we'll see this page again as a duplicate. Here is that important contact information for doctors, emergency visits, school, or any neighbors. Then we have the meal section. This starts with a meal builder, very similar to My Plate, and then another section for favorite recipes. We have cooking conversion times and also baking substitutions. And then this is the actual meal planner. So the meal planner is divided as 4 weeks, and you can label which week it is, and then Monday through Sunday listed along the bottom. There's plenty of room where you could write breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks if you wanted. Then you have grocery lists, 4, so that you can correlate your week to your grocery list. You get 13 of these pages so that you have enough to do the entire year. After your meal planning sections, you do have a grocery store and market, a takeout and restaurant favorites. The last page of the meal planner is an annual grocery spending tracker, where for each week you can write down how much you budgeted for your groceries as well as how much you spent so that you can see your total for the year. The budget section starts off with a list of bank account information, and then you see your yearly cash flow. As I mentioned in the home section, this is a duplicate page, as they don't know which add-ons you will choose. Here it has your monthly assessment. So you have the place for the month, your income, your budgeted amount, checking and savings balances, as well as goals. Then you can list any notes, as well as your fixed expenses and then any variable expenses on this side. You do get 12 of these, so that each month of the year you can track through. Then you get 2 My Bills sections, very similar to the tracker that we saw back in the home, only this is a larger version. So for the bill, the amount, the date it's due, and then to check off January through December as it's paid. The last page is a debt tracker for places for up to 3 creditors. My favorite part of this page is that it lists the month, and then you can put how much you paid as well as the finishing balance at the end of the month. The last page that I added is the fitness tracker. So when you move here, it starts off with your starting statistics for any goals, for the date, the weight, BMI, your overview where you can fill in each month as you go what your weight was, measurements at the start and the end, long and short-term goals, and milestones. This is the actual monthly page, so you do have 12 of these where you can list your goal and actual weights, and then you have 1 through 31, so you can write each day any vitamins you took, how long you slept, steps, exercise, and then your water intake. On the other page, you have this month's goal, motivations, starting and ending measurements, your weight for each week, as well as your BMI. If you hit your goal, rate your fitness, and rate your nutrition. Then you move into your yearly overview, where you can put if you met your goal, what your starting and ending weight was, and then you can also go ahead and graph where you rated your nutrition and fitness. It has areas for reflection and notes. If you had chosen not to add any of the add-ons, these next pages are going to be what comes standard at the end of the Plum Paper Planner. Dot grid front and back. Dot grid with the passwords. Double-sided contacts. U.S. holidays for the current year and the next 2 years, as well as an overview of the next year. Then you have a 2-sided pocket folder, your personalized back, and the clear plastic protective back. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know in the comments below what you're using for your 2019 planner. I would love to hear all of your ideas for a more organized year.